Hi everyone. My name's Libby and we have Alyssa, Sharn, and Darcy with us. And today we're going to be talking about all of our last DAs for our third P discussion. And the frame that we have all chosen for our last DAs will be experimental media. So yeah, I think I'll go first and start talking about my DA. Perfect. So obviously the last one, I think everyone's feeling very burnt out and not sure what to do. And it's very confusing because, I mean, we've already put so much thought and ideas into our first two. So yeah, I was going to play around with AI media and fictional media. I didn't really know which one I wanted to choose um, entirely because I knew I might wanted to explore something, and I know everything we've done is creative, but a little bit more catered to my creativity, like writing. So yeah, I was going to choose fictional media for that, but I really wanted to experiment with the type of media that I have chosen to write on, which was Wattpad. And I think it's really cool because it doesn't just fit under fictional media. Like, I think there's more to it. So I chose experimental media just to kind of guide it a bit better. I mean, if anyone's seen Wattpad, which we were talking about in class, there's the comment section, and then you can like take those comments and improve it and change it. And even like people are having like full conversations about each chapter in the comments, or you can see what someone thought and you can be like, oh, I was thinking that exact same thing. So I thought that would fit under experimental media more. So that's what I decided to choose. And I'm basically doing a diary entry story of a girl going through the apocalypse, um, which is honestly really difficult. And I didn't realize it would be that difficult. Most of the stuff I write is normally like romance or thriller, which are two completely different things to like action and mystery and apocalypse. So I gave it a really good go because I thought a diary entry would be really cool from someone in the apocalypse. I feel like it would fit really well. So that's what I've done. I have had a couple problems, some that I have overcome. But my first one was I thought it was a little too impersonal, where I thought my writing was just coming off straight from a novel rather than a diary entry. And I got really worried that it wasn't sounding as personal as it could have. So I did ask on Discord with the class, which I think Alyssa may have responded to that comment. She's very good with responding, where people just said like lots of different books and stuff are like that. And they don't have to be as personal and they can be whatever you really want to be about. So they really made me feel comfortable in what I chose to do, which was just continue with how I was writing it. So I solved that problem, but I'm still currently kind of moving through figuring out how to stay on track and motivated and just write chapters and experiment with Wattpad and everything like that, which it's been a lot more difficult to get the ideas and the words out than I thought. So I'm still struggling with that. So I'm open to suggestions, comments, questions at the moment on that or the DA in general.
I was just wondering, how did you come up with the idea of the actual story?
Um, I love zombie apocalypse. I watch
Those are so good.
movies. I've never read a zombie apocalypse. Maybe that's the thing. I've always watched movies and then I'm like, wouldn't it be cool to read something? And I know they exist out there, but I just never personally have. So I thought it would
Mm.
be cool to like take my own spin on it as if it's like coming from my own brain and not maybe what I've read somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
That's pretty cool.
I
Yeah,
That
I
love
is
that
think
cool.
you're
with
I love that you're using Wattpad. Like it's so different to like what
Yes.
people have done. And it's like I grew up reading Wattpad, so I think this is so cool.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do you have sorry, apologies about my voice. But do you have like a framework of what you want to like the plot points you want to hit each chapter? Because when I did my kind of like story thing with my first DA, I remember what I did first was I had like for each kind of like chapter a little like maybe little mini outline of what I wanted to like address in the story. Like, you know how the story arc's gonna go and how it's gonna
Yeah,
end.
I
It's
kind of have like a solid ending, but I might not get there before the end of the assignment, but I know that I want to hit a certain thing, which I won't say in case you guys want to read it. I know I want to hit that by chapter 5, which hopefully I will have 5 chapters behind me for the due date, and upload them all at once just so the readers can have a solid amount to go through. Um, but yeah.
that's
Anyway,
good.
thank you.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
me.
I think yeah, just with like, the structure of it, with you struggling with like, that there being some personal aspects of it with the diary entry. I honestly think like, because you're the author and it's your book, like just, do whatever you want. Like I think experiment with the different, types of formats that you want to work with. And like, yeah, like you've got complete free reign there. So you could,
Yeah, agree.
yeah, I don't
Like,
I don't think, yeah, there's any problem going either way. So yeah.
perfect. Thank you. Well, did anyone else want to share their DAs now?
I'll share mine. So with my DA, I'm also going under the lens of viral media, but in the experimental like frame. I guess, creating videos, uploading something online to like, people who can, comment on it and not necessarily, say nice things. That's definitely like out of my comfort zone. So what I decided to do was post some TikToks, and on these TikToks, it was like using the TikTok like carousel image feature and having like a trending audio playing in the background with like text that you can read as you scroll through the slides. And in these videos, I had like a small bucket list item thing that you could do, like finding small joys. And I was like, I think that'd be good to upload to people so that like maybe they can find inspiration in doing that too. And I guess a lot of the experimental phase kind of situates within like ideating, seeing what videos work, as in like what do people respond to the most. And what I found was that people actually responded to like the creativity aspects. Like I did this one where I made sketches out of clouds, and I got a lot of like positive feedback from that one, and I thought that was really nice. And I guess like the biggest challenge I had was actually like being motivated to do it, and like just putting myself out there, because like in like some of the early TikToks, some people were kind of rude. Like when I made stickers, someone was like, "Why don't you just like sticky tape them to the wall instead of making stickers?" And I was like, "Oh, I guess, yeah." So what do you guys think?
I love it. I have seen it personally. It did take me a while to see it for some reason. So by the time I saw it, you had already built up like a following with like experimenting with everything. And I was very impressed. It made me giggle because you use like really funny photos as the first one, which I think gets a
Thank
lot of
you.
people's attention on TikTok. But
Hell
I
yeah.
think they're all creative and they're all different. So they cater to so many different people on TikTok. And yeah, I just really liked it. It made me giggle. And I sat down and I was like, yay, go Alyssa. So yeah,
Thank you.
of course.
Yeah, yeah, I'm very glad it's worked out for you and like you've built up a following and managed to reach people with that through TikTok, because I struggled with that with my last DA when I used TikTok. But yeah, like I haven't actually looked at it. I'll have to go have a look at it. But yeah, I thought, yeah, like just reading the ideas in Discord and that, like I really liked the idea, and yeah, it's good that you're reaching so many people with it. And yeah.
Thank you. I think
Yeah.
feedback is a good part about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very proud of you. It's very challenging to like kind of get out of your comfort zone in that way. And don't I think with like the comments, I think first of all, those hate comments, gross, but it is a good learning curve. And now you're getting
It
all these
is.
positive comments. So I think it's really good that you've made that progress and you can see that in how people are engaging and interacting with it.
Hmm.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that a lot, everyone. That is really nice. Sharn, did you want to share your DA?
Yeah, I sure will. So what I've decided to do, because so like as I mentioned with my last EA, I like was posting on TikTok. I was sort of doing days of my life at uni, wanting to show, realistic, relatable content because I feel like, social media is so fake. It's such a highlight reel. I just wanted to show, you know, just realistically what I did in a day. And yeah, like that was also very experimental. That worked. It was okay. Like it was more so viewership. I never really had any engagement or gained any following from people I didn't know in real life. Like all my followers were like you guys and some other friends I had. So and then yeah, so I decided for this one to experiment a bit more by doing maybe moving to Instagram and sort of broadening up the content a bit, like, showing other relatable content like to do with uni, like rather than doing like all full videos of days in my life, like, because Instagram you've got photos and you've got reels, like your photo posts. I'm thinking I can do a mix of both and like, yeah, like mix things up, like maybe doing what I wear when I'm at uni, what I get up to in between classes, what I do, like, studying habits and stuff. Even someone on Discord suggested for me to do like my favorite cafes, review all the cafes on campus, which might take a bit, but yeah, I guess I'm having some issues at the moment because like I've been trying to do it the past couple of days at uni because, the second last week of uni, got to get in and do it if I'm going to do uni days in my life. Um, yeah, like I think it's the same issue I had before that even though before I wasn't used to taking videos of myself like at all, now it's like I'm so burnt out that I just forget. And yeah, there's been times where I've taken a couple of things and then like forgotten to do the rest of it. So yeah, might have to mash some things together there. But yeah, so I'm gonna try and work on that a little bit more. Maybe the Savo when I do some assignments. But and I think yeah, just being end of semester and having all these assignments and things I have to do, it's just, not at the forefront of my mind. So yeah, that's yeah.
Did you think about maybe doing like a do you have like a schedule to keep organized and know what you need to do each day?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So like for me, I use Notion, which is really, really good because you can make it what you want or you can get other people's templates, which I do have a template on there from the last assignment if you want
Hey.
it.
That's
But
so
like
good.
each day, thank you. Each day, like I literally make a to-do list and I say, okay, I need to stop. This is the time that I have. This is the list of the things that I need to do, or just a reminder on your phone. I live for my
Yeah.
reminders on my phone and just like set it for the same time every day and you can be like, "Oh, okay, got to film stuff." And maybe that'll get into your mind a bit more because I'm the same. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
true.
hopefully that would
I
help.
def I definitely
Mm,
agree with like doing the same time thing because it creates like that kind of routine
Yeah.
mindset. And I also I think that's a good idea to like go from TikTok to Instagram because if you're switching platforms, you get to kind of experiment, see what works on like kind of either of the platforms. I think,
yeah,
you know,
in my experience, engagement on Instagram has been a lot more just on my personal account. So, and there's also
that's
stories, like there are TikTok stories, but I've never, I don't know, I don't really use them.
And
yeah.
But yeah, like
yeah.
even
Inst
Instagram stories I don't use much. But yeah, like I know I could get a lot more engagement there. So
mm,
Good
it's
idea.
true.
Love
Yeah,
it.
It's a good idea.
I think it's typically harder to get interaction on Instagram posts. I think Reels and TikTok is probably where you get the
mm.
most engagement. But yeah, just keep going with it. Set a reminder, remember to film stuff, and I'm sure everything will fall into place for you.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Okay, last one.
Darcy.
Okay, so I have decided to explore experimental media just because my last two DAs were based off the same idea, the novel look, and I kind of connected those two. So I thought for my third one, I want to branch out a bit, do something different. But a challenge I faced is like just kind of a lack of creativity. So I'm kind of bouncing between like these two ideas and I'm like not quite sure what exactly I want to do. I think I'm leaning more towards one of them, but yeah, just like with everything going on last couple of weeks of uni, I've already spent so much time on this one DA that I feel like I'm just burnt out a bit. But my first idea is to do a digital scrapbook, which would be like kind of makeup, beauty themed. And it would be an interactive collage of makeup looks inspired by different eras. So like 2000s, 80s, present day, and kind of like what's popular at the time, what products were really popular at the time, techniques people were using. And so that there's just like a time capsule of like different makeups. Like for example, like you go into a 70s theme party and you, like, what makeup would I do for that? And like you look on Pinterest or something, but you're like, but how did they do that? I feel like this site is something where it's like, oh, I can give products, like color schemes, everything like that. I think it will allow people to explore makeup as an expression of art, and so it can be personal, or like nostalgic, and yeah, just kind of explore how society was at the time and all that. I think I'd probably use Canva for that, but if there are any other sites that you guys think would be really good and like easy for this kind of scrapbook thing, because I've never made a scrapbook before, I would really like suggestions on that.
Pinterest, I think that'd be good. So
Pinterest? Okay.
yeah,
Even if
because
you could do like a physical scrapbook if you wanted, like buy a book and print out the photos and
Yeah.
that. And
I'm pretty sure on
yeah,
Pinterest you can like can you link things on
you
there?
can create
yeah.
collections.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can. Yeah.
Like that could still be good, and then you'd be the one person on Pinterest that is like actually giving people what they want instead of
Yeah, like the actual products they need for it.
yeah.
you
Yeah.
can create a little collection. Like it creates a little folder of like these like you could do
Yeah.
like 70s makeup, and then you click on it and it's got these images, and it obviously like you could have the tutorial and the products used. That'd be really cool. I think
Yeah,
that's
good
an
idea.
amazing
Wait, I'm
idea.
gonna write that down.
Hell
Thanks,
yeah.
guys. So my second idea is kind of like a digital love letter thing. It's good. So my idea for this is to like pair like short paragraphs describing my everyday experience, and just like diary. I'm gonna include like some photography as well. It's just like a diary of um like just a uni life, like a last week of uni. It's a very stressful time, and I think you can forget to take care of yourself. And I feel like I've just been experiencing this a lot recently, and I thought like I could make like just a little diary of like what I do every day to kind of keep my spirits up, like go for a walk, exercise, do hobbies, activities, but also still dedicate time to my uni work. Um, and yeah, I feel like it's something that could connect with a lot of people, inspire them, and just kind of like encourage activities when they're facing these challenges. Um, so yeah, I don't know. What do you guys
Would you
think?
would you post it online to like Instagram, or would it be like, do you have a specific platform in mind?
I'm not sure. That's the problem with this one. I'm not
The
sure what exactly
crux.
I'd do with it, like where I'd put it out.
Would be really cool.
That's fair.
I think like
Mm.
I know like you'd think Instagram, but I feel like TikTok, when you like see something and then you can like slide through them and all the
That's true.
like you can make it
Yeah,
really like
Yeah.
eye-catching and then for people to see that. But experimental media, experiment and
yeah.
Exactly. Maybe you could try both, although that is a lot of work.
yeah.
Yeah. But like
As someone who's doing something sort of
experiment.
similar, I'm like, damn
But
it,
yeah,
why didn't
it
I come
would
up
it
with
would
that?
just be the one. So it would be every day
Yeah.
of the week, basically,
Yeah.
next week. Or
Like
like maybe
Yeah.
this week.
Yeah.
which ones do
Or
better?
maybe like next Wednesday to this Wednesday to next Wednesday. I don't know.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think a week is a good range because it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a
You're sort of giving me
snapshot of your
ideas for
life.
mine now.
Oh my gosh. Well, how are we all feeling about our DAs? What are some key takeaways? Like, are we all happy where we're at?
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
think
guess just got to remember to work on it.
yeah.
That's fair.
I think that's something that we've all said is that the time management and the burnout is
Oh
getting
yeah,
to
the
us. And
motivation.
I relate to Darcy so much that I just like I felt so like stuck in my first two because my first two were really
Yeah.
similar, and now I'm like
Same.
I just want to do something
Now you don't know what to
different.
do.
Yeah, but then I was like,
Yeah.
what do I do? Because it's so like if I want to do something different, but what do I do? So I think we're
Hey,
all
let's
I was like the
go
complete opposite. I did like one
experimental.
thing that was so different, and then the other two, the last two are the same or similar.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what you could
Lucky
say
me.
about that? You could say that we're all looking to experiment with what kind of projects we want to do this time around.
Exactly.
Experiment, yeah.
The media. Love it.
Hell
Honestly.
yeah.
I think
Well,
our
thank
time
you,
management
everyone.
has like been so much better as we've gone along in each peer discussion as well. I think.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Good
Hell
improvements, guys.
yeah.
Love
Yeah,
it.
good job.
Hell
Perfect.
yeah. Well, thank you,
All right.
everyone.
That's it for discussion 3.
Yeah.
Yay! Good job. Woo!
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
tutors and markers.
Thank you.